United Airlines flight attendants gathered in downtown Chicago recently to stage an informational picket outside the carrier's corporate offices, highlighting frustration over prolonged contract negotiations. The demonstration follows a strike authorization vote that showed near unanimous support among union members. Amid that mandate, flights continue to operate as normal as federal labor law, not a lack of worker resolve, is the reason crews remain on the job. So, what's going on? Let's find out. Unlike most private sector employees, airline workers operate under a separate legal framework that places strict limits on when a strike can occur. That framework is the Railway Labor Act, or RLA, a law designed to prevent sudden disruptions to national transportation networks. As a result, public picketing has become one of the few tools available to flight attendants seeking leverage. Understanding why this is the case requires a closer look at how the RLA functions and how it often slows disputes rather than resolving them quickly. Under the Railway Labor Act, airline labor agreements do not expire in the traditional sense. Instead, they become amendable, meaning existing terms remain in place while negotiations drag on. If direct talks fail, the dispute moves into federally supervised mediation overseen by the National Mediation Board. That mediation can continue indefinitely, with no fixed deadline forcing a resolution. Even a successful strike authorization vote does not permit immediate action. Only after the National Mediation Board formally releases both sides from mediation does a mandatory 30-day cooling-off period begin. During that window, workers must continue flying and airlines must continue operating. Until every procedural step is completed, any walkout would be considered illegal. The Act dates back nearly a century and was built around the idea that transportation stoppages pose a national economic risk. By layering negotiations, mediation, and waiting periods, the law prioritizes continuity of service over a speedy resolution. While this structure was intended to encourage compromise, critics argue it often benefits employers by delaying meaningful pressure from workers. In practice, disputes can remain unresolved for years without triggering a legal strike. Airline labor groups across the industry frequently report overwhelming strike votes that never translate into actual walkouts. In contrast to countries where aviation workers can strike after shorter notice periods, United States airline unions must rely heavily on visibility campaigns. Picketing, social media actions, and public demonstrations have become substitutes for traditional strike leverage. Because the federal government retains the ability to intervene further, including through presidential emergency boards or congressional action, the path to a lawful strike is narrow and rarely reached. While full strikes are constrained, unions have historically explored alternative pressure tactics within legal boundaries, including coordinated demonstrations and symbolic actions. These efforts are designed to maintain momentum without violating federal labor rules. For flight attendants, such strategies also serve to keep public attention focused on working conditions and compensation issues. The goal is to influence negotiations without grounding aircraft. And so, for now, United flight attendants remain caught in a legal holding pattern, able to protest, organize, and vote, but not legally strike. Until federal mediation is exhausted and statutory waiting periods conclude, picketing remains their most immediate and visible form of pressure. Did you know about the laws surrounding airline job action? Let us know by leaving a comment. In addition to our daily YouTube videos, Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.